What if the Mongol Empire conquered all of Europe in 1241? Europe in the year 1241 is a powder keg just waiting to explode. While the Mongols are a relatively new threat, having only conquered northern China around a century ago, they've wasted no time in making their presence felt across Eurasia. By 1241, they'd already defeated the Khwarezmians, Persians, Arabs, and Turks. And now their sights are set on Europe. In our timeline, the Mongols would sack Kiev and then turn back, but only because their leader, Ogdai Khan, died on the way there. With his empire stretching from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe, it was simply too much to manage. But what if Ogdai didn't die? What if he led his army personally into the heart of Europe and crushed the decadent, overextended kingdoms of men? The Mongols were masters of logistics and had a huge advantage over their European counterparts: superior weaponry. European armor was made of solid metal, which was expensive, time-consuming, and difficult to produce. Meanwhile, Mongol armor was made of leather and metal lamellas, which allowed for greater flexibility and was much cheaper to produce. By the end of the 13th century, Europe would be wearing down. Even though the Mongols had a numerical advantage, the Europeans were able to inflict heavy casualties on them during the Battle of Kalka River in 1223. But what if the Europeans weren't able to inflict such heavy casualties? What if the Mongol horde was able to steamroll through Europe with ease? By the time the Mongols reached Poland in 1241, they had an army of over 100,000 soldiers. The Polish king wanted to stop them, but after seeing their massive numbers, he fled, leaving the Mongols to plunder his undefended cities. Within weeks, the Mongols had taken over all of Poland and were moving into Germany. In our timeline, Pope Gregory IX excommunicated the Mongols and called for a crusade against them. But with the Mongols now at the gates of Rome, the Pope had no choice but to flee. The Mongols sacked the city and headed north towards the riches of France. The French king tried to resist, but his knights were no match for the Mongol cavalry. The English king tried to rally the English and the Scots to his banner, but it was too late. The Mongol horde was too big and too strong. By 1245, the entire continent of Europe was under the control of the Mongol Empire. The once great kingdoms of Europe were now nothing but a memory. The Mongol horde had conquered everything. Would you try to stop the Mongols? Or would you simply flee and hope for the best? Let me know in the comments below.